Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome back to 30 Minutes to Unwind. I'm Corey. Whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, I'm glad you decided to stop by. Today, I have with me the 15 consecutive PTA Wife of the Year, the best home chef in America, and the carpool mom of the year, and my forever Valentines. How about a round of applause for Shamichael?
You
So,
gonna have to so sound effects.
all right. So, what's going on? How you doing today?
I'm doing good and yourself?
Hey, you know me. I can't complain. Want to wish you a happy Valentine's Day and a happy Valentine's Day to all the lovebirds out there. Hope you had a good Valentine's Day. If not, well, you always got next year. All right. Today, we just going to discuss Valentine's Day from our perspective, past and present, not too much in the past, but and just touch on a few things about Valentine's Day and the pressure and expectations and being single, being married, things like that. Nothing too in depth, nothing too heavy, just something light conversation to get you through this day. All right, so Shamichael,
Yes.
Valentine's Day. From your point of view, is it a celebration or is it more of a pressure for couples and single people?
Well, from my point of view, it's not a pressure. Or because we give so much to each other throughout the year that when Valentine, we just go out to eat. So it's not a pressure. But for others, it may be a pressure to do something romantic and by going out or getting flowers and stuff like that. But when you've been together as long as we have, it's not a pressure because I get everything do throughout the year. So
So by you getting everything throughout the year, are you one of those women that would say, I don't need a holiday like Valentine's Day to celebrate my significant other? I mean, I hear that a lot through conversation. And to me, yeah, you might get everything throughout the year. Some people might just need a reminder to show their significant other how special they are because of their busy lifestyle. They may not be able to be like me and, have Valentine's Day every day throughout the year. So are you
yeah,
one of those or not?
we don't have Valentine's Day throughout the whole year.
Yes, you do.
Okay, whatever.
You don't.
I ain't getting nothing every day throughout the year. I was
Check under your pillow.
well, I'm gonna hold you to that day. But
No, I
I
mean,
mean,
you hear people that say that a lot. I do. I mean, I constantly hear people say that.
like what? That they don't. Well, I like Valentine's Day. I like any holiday that celebrates love and stuff like that. So to me, even though you're getting something throughout the year and all this other stuff, I think that Valentine's Day should be celebrated because it just shows that you love somebody. And saying that you don't like a holiday because you get something all throughout the year, it's still a day of love. So, I mean, why not just celebrate it anyway?
Yeah. I totally understand that. And I mean, for the people that's saying that, I mean, I had a conversation with somebody earlier in the week. They said that exact same thing. And I asked them, so what did you get last week for Valentine's Day? Of course they didn't get anything because they just said that as an excuse for
Mhm.
them not celebrating Valentine's Day. So that's my perspective on it.
And I'll never look for nothing big. I mean, just going out to eat, just, like one-on-one time is good enough for me. And we don't have to do anything extravagant or nothing like that, just to go out. And that's it.
Feel about like the pressure that social media plays into Valentine's because a lot of people they post all this stuff on social media about, oh, I got this, I got that, and sometimes what's on social media it really isn't real life, and people take that as hey, well, I need to do this because this person received this and they posted on social media. But I just think that social media isn't really real life and you can't base what you do off of what you see somebody post on social media because anybody can post a picture, but that doesn't mean that they're happy.
Yeah, that's true. I really don't look at social media for any ideas or well, I take that back. I do look for ideas to do stuff, but I don't be like envious of anybody's circumstances because you nowadays you don't know if it's AI or if it's fake or whatever, so or if they got it off of somebody else's page and tacked it on theirs to make it look like theirs. So I say everybody need to stay in their own financial means and just go with whatever you can afford for Valentine's Day, whether that's staying at home and having a home cooked meal, or if you want to do the whole kit caboodle with the hotel, roses, chocolate, diamonds, furs, all that stuff. But whatever is your financial means of it, of doing Valentine's, that's what you should stay in.
Yeah, I totally agree because a lot of times you're not in the center again. So you go because this
Okay, how about this? Is this good enough for you?
can you see yourself?
I can see myself. I don't know why you can't see me.
Yeah, but you can I can see half of you because you keep scooting over to the side.
Is that better?
All right. Mark, mark that spot so you can stay there. All right.
Oh,
You almost forget what I was going to say. But yeah, I think that sometimes people and I don't know. I mean, it's the expectations that a lot of people put on themselves for Valentine's Day. And you go out and spend a lot of money and the dinner, the hotel, all this stuff. So you expecting something. And a lot of times it may not work out like that for you. So then now you're upset. I mean, it depends. It depends on that person and yeah, in your relationship because a lot of people they're expecting something. And they look forward to Valentine's Day so they can get their payday, but sometimes you just might not get that payday. And then you just spent all your little money and did all this and things just might not work out the way you thought. That's all I'm saying. And
well, I don't be expecting nothing on Valentine's Day. So, I mean, I I just like the fact of just going out and you go like we went out and we had like a nice little romantic dinner and it was just me and you. It wasn't like a whole lot of people and stuff like that. And it was quiet and intimate. And that's all I wanted. And I guess that's all I expected. So
yeah, I think a lot of the expectations, I'm not saying because I don't know and I really can't remember, but a lot of expectation comes from like single people. Married people, I mean, yeah, you still have to be romantic and do things like that for your significant other, but I don't really like have any like big expectations about a whole run. I mean, I, I, I don't know. That's just, I think more so single people look at it in that way. So
mhm.
they might be listening right now. They might get mad. They might disagree, but I think a
I
lot of
don't think
single
it's single
people.
people. I think it's younger people. Even whether regardless if you're married or not, I think younger people expect a lot when it comes to Valentine's Day. As you get older and when you're with somebody for a long time, you kind it's I think both generations expect stuff, but as you get older, your expectations get less and less. So I wouldn't say that married or single people expect different stuff. I think as you get older, you get, you know, you expect less and less because you already have everything. It's
Yeah, yeah. I mean, now when you say younger people, are you how low in age are you going when you say younger people?
like so
19, 20?
no, not I say in 20, 30s, and even like early 40s, you
Or
know.
would you say people that are in like a newer relationship?
Yeah, basically too. Because we did a lot of romantic stuff back way back when we first started dating and stuff like that. But as you know, been together longer, we don't do all those romantic things. So as you know, and then I can't even say that because different people do different things. Some people are very over romantic, so they're gonna constantly always do stuff all the time. So they're gonna always be romantic regardless. I can't even say it's the age thing either. I think it's just if that's how you are, then that's what you're gonna always do regardless. You're gonna always go over the top, be romantic, and if you're not, then you're not.
Yeah, so if you one of those ones that like go over the top and is overly romantic, do you think that they're setting a trend that they have to continue to do, or once once you
If that's
start,
something
you know?
if that's something that they're used to, now if you have people that want to showboat in the beginning, then they have a trend that they set and they have to get continue to do or do more. But if that's in your nature to be over the top romantic, that's never gonna change.
Yeah, but so what happens if you one of those people that, hey, I'm just doing this, I'm setting this trend, I'm trying to catch this fish, and then you kind of slow down
But
after a few years. So what
you
happens then?
you setting yourself up for failure then because the person that you did it for is gonna always expect it. And and when you can't fulfill it, then depending on how that person reacts to it, they might move on to the next person. Yeah, I mean seriously, because like if you sit there and you try to over like basically buy somebody, you know what I'm saying? And if that person could be either basically like a gold digger thinking whatever they can get out of this person, or somebody that said, oh, okay, this was a one-time thing and go with it. They either going to stay with you or they're just going to move on to the next person.
So what if you go from a dozen roses to a half a dozen? Is that is that grounds for moving on?
Real.
Um,
It
it could be something as small as that. I mean,
just depends on who you're giving it to, that their mentality. If they feel like a dozen roses are to make or break them, then you evidently is with the wrong person. Or anything materialistic. So they're just with you for materialistic stuff. So, you know, they're not thinking about the relationship. They just looking for whatever they could get out you from this point to next point to the next point.
yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, but that's why you have to start out being yourself and not trying to be somebody else, because getting all this expensive stuff and doing all this stuff, you might can't maintain that. And if, like you said, if you start it, you're gonna have to stop it one day, or you're gonna have to taper it off. And if you can't keep up with that lifestyle, yeah, then that person, yeah, they could get upset and not move on, but kind of start to get distance, and that could, create problems.
True. Or you can have somebody that don't care about materialistic things and they get something in the beginning and they're like, okay, that's nice. And then the next time they don't get a lot of stuff and then they be like, okay, they fine with that because they genuinely care about that person more than they care about the materialistic stuff or the superficial stuff.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Oh, do you think Valentine's Day is lonely for single people, or is it just marketed that way because you see all the Valentine's ads? It's always considered you have to be in a couple, but what about if you're a single person, you just want to do something for yourself?
Not it's not no more because now they got Galentine's Day. So now the 13th is Galentine's Day and the 14th is Valentine's Day. So you hang out with your friends and y'all exchange gifts like that. And it could be a group of friends, it could be two friends. But I think now it's all incorporated now. So if you're a single person, you would just have friends. Y'all celebrate on the 13th, and then the 14th is for the couples.
Yeah, but what if you just want to go out on the 14th? Would you be embarrassed to go out by yourself and eat dinner? You think you'll get a reservation, or how do you think people would look at you if you're sitting in a restaurant by yourself on Valentine's Day on the actual 14th?
Me personally, I wouldn't care. But I mean, I can't speak for anybody else really. I mean, there are probably a lot of people that wouldn't do that, but me personally, I wouldn't care. I go out to eat on my own a lot if I want, if I was single and stuff like that. So even when you're not here, I'll go out and eat by myself just to sit by myself sometimes. Sometimes you want to be alone. So, I mean, but I mean, there might be a lot of people that feel like, you got to have somebody on Valentine's Day, but mm, I don't know. And I can't speak on it because I'm married.
I just think like single people, they still should celebrate themselves and not be ashamed to go out and maybe get a good meal on Valentine's Day. And it's plenty of things you can do by yourself without being with a significant other. Because I mean, there could be people that lost their significant other and they kind of feel a certain way when Valentine's Day come around. But I think that if you are single or alone, you still should just go out and kind of celebrate yourself. You could even order takeout, get yourself a nice meal, get something that you would have got if it was two of y'all. But that's just my opinion. I'm serious. You said if I wasn't here, you would go out and eat.
Oh, if it was Valentine's Day, I would just make it seem like it's any old other day. And just go out and get me something to eat.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to think of it as any other old day because it's everywhere you look is Valentine's. You go in the stores, they got a whole section. Some people
Then I
put
get
stuff.
me a whole section of chocolates. I'll buy me a whole section of chocolates, and then I get me a card for myself, and then I make a reservation for myself. And
You think they give you a reservation? So how many
yes, they
born you?
should. Why
You
wouldn't
think that?
they?
Huh?
Yeah, they would.
No, they saving that for the couples.
They're not turning down nobody money.
Couple, I mean, it's gonna be more money.
It don't matter if it's a one person or two people. They still going. A lot of places are not doing by couples. They just do a reservation. If you make a reservation for yourself, they're gonna take it. It was there was a couple of places that I called, and they were doing reservations for two, but
Did
some places were not. They was just doing reservations. It didn't matter how many people was in your reservations. You think if I went to Hell's Kitchen, you think they're gonna deny me because I wasn't a couple?
Well, I mean, the price of one is the price of two in Hell's Kitchen. So, but last night I didn't see many single people. Only seen couples.
Who you saw in there? Well, it wasn't. Well, we saw people with kids.
That's part of the couple.
No, they
I
was two.
remember that not long ago.
Yeah, there was
So
a That was what you call it? A tag along? What was she considered? I can't remember.
her will,
A third leg. Yeah, or
will,
yeah, not third leg.
yeah. I mean, third wheel. Anywho, so does being
Well,
in a relationship make Valentine easier or more complicated?
I think it makes it. I don't know. I think it makes it easier because you're with somebody. And at the same time, it makes it harder because you're with somebody. You have to plan something and do something. So either way, it could be, easier or harder. So if you're single, it could be harder because you're not with somebody, and then you see all these people with somebody. And if you're single, it can make it easier too because you're not with nobody and you ain't got to plan nothing for nobody. So
Yeah, I think it can be easier because, like you said, you have someone, but it depends on that person that you with. They can make it complicated. So
mhm.
I think that comes from like the expectations and the prior years, and I think it just all depends on where you at in your relationship that makes it easier. Because I mean, not to like focus on us, but I mean, it's Valentine's. It's easy for us. I mean,
Yeah, but
yeah,
you remember when we first stopped dating, we had the hotel, the flowers, the dinner, the show, all that stuff. Then we cut
hold,
that down.
hold on, no, no.
We cut that all the way down to just a dinner. Let's just get the dinner. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like I said before. That was like a
Mhm.
newer relationship, and it wasn't like I was trying to impress you or anything like that. It was just a new relationship, and I think new relationships they do that just because it's a new relationship, and like you said, the longer you together, I mean, you just start slowing down and
Yeah. And we
life
come to an
life
agreement.
you
We just gonna go to dinner. That's it. We don't need no extra stuff. So
I think life does that, just getting older. I mean, why go
no,
get
there's
a hotel when
some older people that still
yeah,
doing all
but
that
why should I go get a hotel, do all that? I got a hotel here.
for free.
Yeah. So, I mean, like a trip, like, that's not like a dinner cruise or something like that, like a day trip, yeah, maybe.
Oh, we should
Yeah.
take a different cruise next year.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
can
look
we can
at.
uh, we'll discuss that later. Yeah, I mean, yeah, day cruises, dinner cruise, like Spirit of Norfolk, we went on that, like, years ago.
Mhm.
That was
That was
fun,
nice. Yeah, that was real
and
nice.
you remember the older couple that was at the table with us?
Man, I don't know. Did yesterday. Why are you asking me so?
Of course, every year, Valentine's Day falls on the NBA All-Star Weekend. I want to look at the slam dunk contest, and he kept looking at his phone, and everybody was dancing, having a good time, drinking, eating, and he sat
Mhm.
down the whole time looking at his phone. Now this I mean, I don't know him, but they were older, so they probably been married for some years, but he didn't wanna be there. He want to watch basketball.
Well, you better want to be wherever we go for Valentine's Day. You better not be looking at no daggone phone or
I
nothing.
remember somebody talking on the phone yesterday. So,
We not gonna go there.
yeah, exactly.
That wasn't my fault. I got a call. Not my fault. So,
But yeah, I think that when you married, it is easier, and
mhm.
I think sometimes, if you're not married, it depends on that person that you with. Sometimes they might be keeping score or,
Uh,
like, "Hey, well, I got you this, and he only got me this, or she only got me this." And then, you always got your little friends on the side that's putting out bad advice, that's
and
single.
half of them ain't married anyway.
Yeah, so I think it's easier, because when you're married, you tend to know your spouse a little
Mhm.
more better than you would know your boyfriend, girlfriend, and
Yeah.
so how do you feel about people that break up, like, right before Valentine's Day, and then a week or 2 later, they trying to get back together?
They couldn't afford a gift. That's what it was. They couldn't afford to get him. They couldn't afford to take him out for Valentine's, so they figured they'd break up with him before Valentine's and get back with him afterwards. So
Yeah, I mean, I told somebody that, earlier in the week, and they didn't believe me. I said, "No, that happens. That happens." I knew a few
oh,
people
they
that did.
break up, but I don't know if they get back with them. I ain't
I
never
mean,
known
they
nobody get
try,
back with
but
huh?
they try to get back with them, but I don't know if
Because
that
if you get back with him, you still gotta buy him a gift to get back with him. So, I mean, you might as well keep him
Valentine's Day
Valentine's. Say what?
Valentine's Day over with.
Say if you break up with somebody before Valentine's Day and then you creep your little dusty, rusty ass back around and try to get back with them, you better come with a gift because that's stupid. That's stupid.
I don't know.
Cause that's what that person gonna think you broke up with me because you ain't want to buy me no Valentine's Day gift, and then you come creeping around again. No, bro, you better have a gift or
Hey, I'm just
two.
saying that they might maybe just get them a card, yeah, maybe
So why not?
that'll that'll count as a gift. Maybe they just get them a card.
Okay, well you
It's the
card
thought
and your cell phone.
it's the thought that counts.
Yeah, I thought my ass. There ain't no thought. You ain't put no thought in it. A daggone card after you broke up with something? No. Mm-mm.
So what's
Mm-mm.
overrated about Valentine's Day? So what's overrated about Valentine's Day?
There's nothing overrated about Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is a holiday of love. So there's no overrating of Valentine's Day at all. You
I
think?
don't know.
Overrated?
I mean, I just think that like some of the gifts they can be overrated.
Like
Like,
what?
I mean, I'm not saying like a specific gift, but like some of the gifts that people get, like other people on Valentine's Day. I mean, I don't know. Some people, I've seen people get a car for Valentine's Day. That's
That's not
overrated.
overrated. That's what you can give.
Ah, I think that's a might be an apology gift. That's trying to get me out the doghouse gift.
Okay, so say I my car broke down and it didn't work anymore, and it's already paid off. And if you had extra money, you mean tell me you wouldn't give me a car?
I mean, if I'm getting you a car, I'm not gonna wait till Valentine's Day.
Oh, but we down around Valentine's Day.
What
Mm.
you've been chugging along since doggone September in that car, and then also the Valentine's Day, you just gonna get them a new one? Why did you
Yeah,
get the car in October?
but then if people have the financial means of doing that, then that's on them. I don't think any gift is overrated.
I just think some of those gifts are apology gifts.
Not necessarily. Everything, no, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I don't think so. Because
I do, but
anything could be an apology gift.
not that little bitty card.
No, that's especially if you break up with no, no.
Uh, nah, I mean, I don't know. That's what I think is overrated. Some of the gifts that people get, I mean, I think, I don't know, jewelry, stuff like that, those are good gifts. Uh, I don't know, maybe a spa day, but I guess it just depends on the person who you're getting the gifts for. That's what I think. 'Cause some people
True.
might expect something like big and extravagant, and what happens when they don't get that? That's the bad part.
I think if you expecting that, then and you don't get it and you feel a certain way about it, then you wasn't in there for the relationship in the first place. You wasn't in there for love. You was just in there for materialistic things. Now, if somebody bought me a car, I like a Land Rover, Range Rover. I like a Range Rover. So if you ever, I'm not gonna think that that's going over the top or what you say overrated. That's not overrated. But if you plan to get me a Range Rover?
Let let me,
I will range, Range, Rover, not land, Range Rover, big body.
let me check my Powerball numbers.
Okay,
Eh,
let's see.
yeah,
Let's get it.
Range
I'll be
Rovers are
looking and wait till Valentine's Day and get it for me.
okay, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, next Valentine's Day, I'll wait. Yeah, yeah, I'll do that. I'll wait. How long we been on here? 31 minutes. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Valentine's Day, I mean, it's mostly about like couples and things like that. How do you feel about like unwinding and doing things together for Valentine's Day? Like what's something that you like a quiet dinner, no phones, sitting in silence, watching a movie, stuff like that. How do you feel
Well,
about stuff
we
like that?
we
Like
don't have no silence of nothing. So, like we did, we went to dinner. We went to an early dinner. That at first she was like 3 o'clock. That's too early. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. But our dinner took what 2 hours? It
about
was
2 hours.
it was 2 hours with 4 courses.
Yeah.
So and then we was done by 5. We was stuffed by 5. We came home. We sat down and watched a movie, and then that was it for us. So we was good to go. So now
I
when we
mean, that
was young,
Valentine's
all the
Day.
other stuff was good. But now that we're older, that's all we need is a dinner and a movie. Dinner and a movie. Now we go to Center Bistro and do a dinner and a movie at the same time and knock both of them out in one hit.
Guarantee I'm gonna be in there snoring. That ain't gonna that's not gonna work out. That's not gonna work out. I guarantee I'm gonna go in there and go to sleep.
You've done it before, especially when you're stressed out.
Imma get
Mm.
my old fashioned and my food.
Uh,
I think it's about time to wrap this up. Got a couple questions for the folks out there. Maybe you can help them out too. So, is Valentine's Day more stressful when you're single or when you're in a relationship?
you talking to me?
Yeah, you can answer that.
We already discussed that. It is not just stressful. I mean, it just depends on who the person is. So you
All right.
can't, it's either way, if you're married or not, it could be stressful for whoever that person is or how they feel on it.
All right. This is for the listeners. So when they go listen to the show, they can answer these questions.
And put your
But
answer in the comment box.
would you rather spend Valentine's Day alone in peace or try to impress someone? I'll post
Peace. So what you trying to say?
I'm saying these are questions. I'm gonna post them and the people they can go answer them. I'm not spending Valentine's Day alone. I'm gonna impress you if I have to.
Emphasize peace.
Yeah, yeah, we had peace last night.
Hmm.
So yeah. But anyway,
Mm.
before I wrap this up, I want to thank Shamichael for stopping by and sharing her time and her perspective on Valentine's Day. And to all my listeners out there, remember, don't let the pressure or expectations of Valentine's Day ruin your relationship or your evening. Just enjoy yourself and enjoy that person that you with while you with that person. Now, if you got to run on and get with another person, that's something different. That's a whole other show. I'm just
That
saying,
is trifling. Well, I would.
that's a whole other show. So, all right. Before I let you go, switch it up for a quick moment. Congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks for winning the Super Bowl. And thank you for beating the Patriots and keeping them tied with my Steelers for 6 Super Bowl wins. Shamichael, we already know you don't have a favorite sports team or athlete.
The Real
The
Housewives.
a good shout out to your favorite soap opera. Which one is it?
Real Housewives of Potomac, and that's it. Yeah, Potomac. I love them.
What about that other one you watching? With
What other one?
the lady with the
Oh,
suit.
Beyond the Gates. Yeah, I love that show too. Beyond the Gates and The Real Housewives of Potomac, my favorites. Yes. I'm going to watch that once we get off here.
It's about time for the All Star game. Anyways, we're gonna tune in. Anyway, if this episode brought you some value or made you think, do me a favor, follow the show, leave a review, and share it with someone that could use the message. For show details, you can follow me on X at control room_media. That's Charlie November Tango Romeo Lima room_media. You can catch new episodes every Tuesday on Spotify and Apple Podcasts by searching 30 Minutes to Unwind. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Peace.